Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Gam Ganapate Namaha Om Shrim Rim Klim Glom Gam Ganapate Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamane Svaha Om Shrim Rim Klim Glom Gam Ganapate Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamane Svaha Om Shrim Rim Klim Glom Gam Ganapate Varavarada Sarvajanam Me Vashamane Svaha Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanyatrambake Devi Narayani Namostute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Mahalakshmi Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namaha Om Namo Narayanaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Shivaya Shri Hanuman Ji Maharaj Ki Jai धर्म की जय हो धर्म का नाश हो प्राणियों में सद्भावना विश्व का कल्याण हो नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर तमेव माता च पिता तमेव तमेव बंधुश्च सखा तमेव तमेव विद्या द्रविणं तमेव तमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ओम श्री राधा कृष्णाय नमो नमः ओम श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 30th of August 2025. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Paramatma Bhagavan residing in the heart, Hriday Akash of every single being. We are continuing on a daily basis by the grace of all the great sages and the one supreme Ishvara, Parameshvara, Paramatma to continue to examine the glories of Bhakti, the glory of the Mahima of Prema Bhakti. This is our focus in the current series. We have been looking, of course, at Advaita Vedanta and many ideas and different ways to try to evolve into the spiritual realization for the last 3 to 4 years or so. So, to continue from yesterday, as we mentioned, there is a very beautiful connection between Ojas, O-J-A-S, Ojas, Tejas, and Bhakti. If we keep these three points in mind, like a triangle, make a triangle, Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti, we will win the game of life. Absolutely. The game of life meaning we will be most successful in everything we want to do because we are not damaging and depleting our integrative capacity. Please understand this point. The integrative capacity is the capacity to coordinate and to have enough bounce back energy. It is a buffer or reserve that allows us to withstand difficulties in life, stressors in life, and maintain coherence. I hope these points are clear. The term that I would like each person to keep in mind for today, that is called integrative capacity. I-N-T-E-G-R-A-T-I-V-E. Integrative capacity. That means the capacity to keep everything harmonious and integrated within ourselves. And that doesn't happen in most people's lives. But that can happen. It can happen when we connect the three, Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti. Ojas is our inner potent power, right? So that is the vital essence. That is depleted by negative emotion, negative thinking, etc. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moha, Matsar, Asha, Trishna, Irsha, Ahankar, that will deplete Ojas, right? So this is very clear. So when we stop this depletion, assume for a moment that depletion is stopped completely. All right, that's very beautiful. If that depletion is completely stopped, then there is a massive reservoir of high quality Shakti. So, Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti, in the center of that triangle, you can write the word Shakti. And that's what it's all about. That internal power is now available. It is available to be utilized in multiple domains and dimensions and areas of our life. So if we are intent, if the intention is to evolve into the Brahmic consciousness, the higher consciousness. If that is the intention, that I want to evolve, or the evolution of the Jivatma into Mukti, into Prema Bhakti, into higher reality, then that can only happen with Shakti. It's the Shakti which is the internal power that gets refined, and it takes the Jivatma into the highest of realization. How does it do that? It does it because there is the capacity, the sustained capacity to deal with anything that happens in life. Anything. Life is filled with challenges. There are changes constantly going on, physically, psychologically, relationally, emotionally, family-wise, environmental-wise. The weather keeps changing. Sometimes there are storms. Sometimes there's too much heat, too much cold. This, everything is changing constantly. So the capacity to maintain stamina and strength in a very balanced, harmonious way. What does that do for the physical body? It promotes disease resistance. The diseases that afflict our body are so many, but the immunity and the healing capacity is increased once we are no longer trapped in an energy draining, an ojas draining activity. So every hour, and we mentioned this in our other Angel Wing program, every hour recognize, am I draining ojas? Am I sustaining or making it grow? It's like the people who are building a bank account. Is the bank account being drained by useless activity, or is it being built? Money is being stored. I'm using that as an example. It's easy to understand because we all have to go through that. Is money being stored and then used in the best possible way, not simply impulsively or emotionally or just to get some stimulation? That's the difference. The Upanishad talks about Shreyas and Preyas. The Gita talks about those who are awake and those who are asleep. The same concepts are there. How are we using ojas? This is the key. It is to be recognized today, every hour. Is it being used? Is the stored energy used to uplift life further, uplift consciousness towards God, towards Bhagavan? Or is it being used to further get lost inside the jungle of the sansar? There are only two directions. There is no third direction. There's a direction. It is a vertical ascent. As I mentioned yesterday, the vertical ascent towards that moolam. Urdhva moolam adhashakam ashvatam prahuravyayam chandansi yasya paranani yastam veda savedavit. The first verse of chapter 15 of the Gita. Urdhva moolam, our attention should be there. That either we are uplifting our manovritti, our antakarana, our shakti towards Parabrahma, or it is getting lost inside the sansar. There is no other option. One of two things are happening every minute of the day. Of course, we have to live in the world. Of course, we have to interact with the diversity that is around us. Absolutely. But Bhagavan Krishna ki agnya kya hai? What is he teaching in chapter 15? Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Asangatva. Asangatva doesn't mean breaking contact and relationships with people. Asangatva means one is not colored by the distortions, by the mixture of the sansar. Samsar meaning this material existence. The antakarana is not polluted by that. We're living in it. But there's all kinds of pollutants that can come inside. That is ojas. Ojas is to recognize. Ojas is that shakti. It's that amazing power inside of us only that protects the path towards Paramatma. It's a protection. So to develop that shield, kavach, we say kavach mantras are there also. Kavacham. Kavach means shield, protection. To protect the path towards Paramatma, emotional balance. Balance of emotions and thoughts, harmony between them. This is the base. Without that, it cannot happen. The balanced state, that is the harmonious balanced state, is our protection. Now, in that balanced state, to reach that balanced state, these three come into picture. Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti. Direct way to reach the balanced state. That am I going up or am I going down? Am I making other people happy in life? Being an instrument of good things and going on in other people's lives and my life? Or am I harming somebody? Ahimsa paramo dharma. At every turn, it is called, in Gujarati, it is called Janpanu. In Vachanamrut, Maharaj kehte hai, Akhand Janpanu Rakhu. Janpanu means awareness. That what is happening in each turn. Where is my mind going? Where is my emotion going? Where are my desires, my ichha? Which direction is it pulling me? Ichha Shakti. Ichha is desire. And obviously without ichha there is no life. There is no motivation. But where is it going? Be aware. Recognize it. In the words of J. Krishnamurti, this is called choiceless awareness. It's a big concept, but I'm going to break it down in a very simple way and connect it with what we're talking about. It just means that at any given moment of life, our mind is functioning, our thoughts are functioning in a particular direction, our emotions have a certain quality, memories are also going, we're accessing certain amount of memory, right? Our desires are also functioning in a certain way, in some direction like this, ichha. And then all of that is happening where it is using energy. TEMDE. If you have not written this down, please write this down. TEMDE. Thought, emotion, memory, desire, energy. This is from our Angel Wing program, but I'm putting it here also because that program is a base for this, what we're talking about here. What we're trying to achieve, that is bhakti. Or what we are trying to move into that dimension by krupa. It's not an egotistical achievement. Right? So at any given moment, at any given minute, at any given hour, like right now Sachin is talking to all of you, you're listening. All five are active. Our thoughts meaning cognition, emotion meaning affective state, memory. We have all kinds of memory. In Vedanta, this is called chitta, Chitta. That is called memory structure. And there's ichha, desires. All kinds of desires, wants, cravings, needs, all of those things. That is inside of us. And all four of them are enlivened by Shakti. Our mind, brain, emotions, nothing works without energy. So that Shakti has a certain quality. And once that Shakti becomes ojasvi, it becomes refined, then the quality of our thinking, that is called Shuddha Vichar, it becomes absolutely fantastic. Our thoughts are better quality thoughts, and better quality thoughts evolve into that highest quality thoughts. Highest quality thoughts evolve into Brahman. Pragnananam Brahma Mahavakya. You see, that's the evolution. The thinking capacity we have, it grows from inside. First of all, our thoughts become purer. Shuddha Vichar. Shuddha Vichar ki dhara Shuddha banti. It's not easy. मनुष्य के मन में कितनी अशुद्धता है. Tremendous amount of polluted thinking is there. And they're all together, by the way. Thinking, feeling, emotions, memory, everything is all together. It's not like they're separate from each other. This is the way to think about them. Because our experience is like this. But we need to understand step by step. Purification of thought means the good quality. Quality should increase. We always are looking for better quality in everything, right? In the objects of the senses. Isn't it so? Go to any Indian store, like this grocery store, you'll find all these ice creams there. So Keshar Pista, this thing, that thing, so many things. So what is the quality? So, I like this. Isn't it true? This is our sense experience. It's a good quality experience. Okay, the sense objects give a certain quality. We have an experience. What is the quality of my thoughts? I have to ask. And so when we are engaged in mantra jap, Bhagwan ka jo naam lete, that's why we spend almost 40 minutes every day. And all of you are, by Krupa of God, are coming every day for this satsang. We spend 40 minutes every day on mantras and stotras and different bhajans and from all different languages. Why? To increase the quality of our thinking, quality of our feeling, quality of our emotion. Quality is everything in life. Quality is everything. So the quality becomes better. Better in the sense that the ojas is conserved. So this is the link. The better quality of thoughts will increase the quality of the Shakti inside our brain, mind, spinal cord. And that will improve our health. It will improve immunity. It will improve healing capacity. It will promote emotional balance, calmness. There are, from a biological point of view, autonomic flexibility. It is called high heart rate variability and vagal tone, allowing smooth adaptation to stressors. When we get stress, some stressor happens, our heart rate increases, this happens, that. There's a lot of homeostatic physiological imbalance. So the autonomic flexibility, this is a medical term, but it's a more physiological term, that autonomic flexibility is better because of the surplus of integrative capacity. We need to understand our scriptures and our Guru Paramparas and all these amazing things that have come from 10,000 years plus in modern language, in modern understanding, autonomic flexibility, high heart rate variability, vagal tone is much better. Vagal tone, I mentioned it the other day. In general, the whole nervous system is better. Smooth adaptation to stressors. Stressors are there. Difficult situations may come, but that steadiness inside, equilibrium, that equanimous state, that is what Bhagavan Krishna teaches. Atmanne vatmana tushtaha. It is an equilibrium state of realization. That is the state of the TEMDE. Is that in a state of equilibrium? Usually it is not, but we can get there. Even though it is not, don't worry about it. You say, I'm always having this problem. We're always chronic complainers. CC. Chronic complainers. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is a problem. Stop using this language. Because the more we use that language, the more trouble we create. Stop using the language of complaining. Stop complaining. And start resonating with really good quality vritti, thinking, feeling, etc. Don't complain. Do something about it. That is important. You see, so when we stop our negative thinking, then our quality of mind increases. Now, along with this, our weakness of the mind goes away. Human mind is very weak, unfortunately. Mansik strength has to be there. Because why? There are changes going on all the time. Some people are coming into the world, people are born, people are dying, things are changing, the war is going on, this is going on, negative things, positive things, kitna sab changing continuously is going on. It requires strength. So to make the mind strong, that is called balam. Making the mind strong means that I'm not going to get destabilized, whatever may happen. Kuch bhi ho jaye. It's all right. The connection, the anchoring is at the feet of Narayana. Bhagwan ke jo charana, in Gujarati we say, Bhagwan na charnarvindma priti rakhi. Keep anchored at the feet of God. What does that mean? Physical feet? Yeah, well, yeah, there's a murti, no doubt. But it has to do with the link of surrender, the link of ashraya. Ashraya means reliance. To rely 100%, to get to that point where the bhakta relies 100% on the krupa of Paramatma. Is the ahankar dimension is not existing. Activity is going on through krupa. By grace. By krupa it is going on. Activity is going on. All of the activity, this is our goal. It is our goal eventually to reach a state where all of the actions are seva. Everything we do is seva. Where the ahankar is no longer destroying ojas, destroying tejas, destroying and pulverizing our experiences. No. Nirmana moha jitasanga dosha. Amazing. This is a development. But again, all of this beautiful, extraordinary development, it is very precious. Very, very supremely precious in life. Supremely precious in life. Because, see, people want to be rich, right? They want to have a lot of money and all that. But that's fine. You may want to be. That's all right. If that happens, it's okay. What is the real richness? The real richness is to recognize, that Bhagwan, that Supreme Paramatma, has given us this ojas. This is chapter 15, verse 13. See the verse. See, I'm going to do the padchhed there. You can see it right on the screen. Gam avishya cha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa. You see this? Gam avishya cha bhutani dharayami aham ojasa. The word ojas is right here, verse 13, chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga. Where is this ojas coming from? Aham ojasa. See the word right there. Aham ojasa. The ojas kiska hai? Whose is it? It is coming from Shri Purushottama Bhagavan. And that supreme power of Paramatma is within us. And that same Paramatma is also within us. The power of Paramatma, Bhagavan Purushottama, is called Ojas. Chapter 15, verse 13. Everything Sachin is telling you, there's references for it all. Nothing is coming just out of my own concocted stuff. No, aisa nahi hai. And this is coming from thousands of years of research. The Bhagavan Krishna uses this word ojas. Aham ojasa. So when we recognize that, my God, that we ourselves have extraordinary divya shakti, hamare mein hi divya shakti hai, that is not an ahankar. That is to recognize its existence and to protect it. It's like saying, in the home, let's say you realize that somewhere inside your closet is $1 billion diamond. Oh my God, $1 billion diamond. Closet mein tha for 10 years. I never knew that. Had no idea. Working for the $30,000-$40,000 a year somewhere, whole life. I had $1 billion diamond the entire time with me. It's like this. Bhagavan is right inside of us. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam ruddha ishrerijuna tishtati. In chapter 15 also. You'll be hearing a lot about chapter 15 because I'm focusing on that now for the next many months actually, to do some deeper research on it. It's really, really fascinating. Adbhut hai. There are only 20 verses. Pura adhyatma isme hai. Chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. And we're going to slowly, I'll bring some references in there as we continue. Kya nahi, hamare mein hi hai. This is all inside of us. But to recognize the experiences we are having, My thoughts, where are they going? Remember, the 5, 6, and 5. This is from our Angel Wing program, but that is a foundation for this, but I'm connecting it here. The 5, 6, and 5. 5 is what? Thought, emotion, memory, desire, energy. Each one of these, thought, emotion, memory, desire, has 6 aspects. Quality, quantity, direction, dimension, depth, and structure. So those are 6 aspects. And then the 5, 6, and 5. What is the other 5? That is energy activation, energy utilization, energy conservation, energy equalization, energy transmutation. Don't worry about writing this down. I'll have some slides and everything available. We have it in our other program. I'll share it with you. Don't worry. You'll understand it eventually. But we need to get this in our mind, that we want better quality of emotion, of thinking and emotion. These first 2, cognition and emotion, the quality can improve. And that quality improves by doing some very simple things. The first and most important thing is to stop finding faults of others. Yes, everybody has faults and deficiencies. Stop finding them. That damages ojas. The moment Sachin starts saying negative things about others, I'm damaging myself. That isko kehte hai avgun in Gujarat. Maybe that same word is there in Marathi, in other languages also. Avgun lena, to find fault with others. Yes, there may be deficiency. Maybe you have to do something about it. No doubt, practically. But don't bring it inside. Some deficiency somebody else has, some negative thing going on, something happening, don't bring that inside. What is to be brought inside our mind is the Swarup of Paramatma. And everything else that, yes, in memories things remain, but it is not to be absorbed and stored in a way where there is entangled attachment within the psyche. It is not to be stored that way. I could have a conversation with somebody who has lots of problems, issues, this and that. Kuch na kuch wo sab bol rahe. Sunna. Sometimes you have to listen to all kinds of things. We have to. But then what? Okay, we heard it. Find some right way to respond to that without any raga dvesha. And our memories are going to remember the person said this. But do not resonate inside with the disturbance that was being thrown by that person. This is just in human interaction, but it's not just human, it's with anything. Internally, it is the art of remaining continuously free. It is an art and a science. Right? So we've said this before, but it's a matter of practicing this, doing this. That whatever interaction we have, let it be. But from the inner mind must not be fatigued. People say somebody's draining my energy. They're draining my time. They're just giving me such a headache and all the time. This is going. Find a way to deal with it and keep some. Sometimes you have to keep some distance. You have to figure out how to deal with these things. Bahut dhyan rakhna. If people say we want really close. Everybody wants close relationships. The closest relationship to have is with Bhagwan. भगवान और भगवान के संत उनके स्क्रिप्चर्स है, शास्त्र है, उसके साथ रिलेशनशिप रखना. Of course we have relationships with people. Good quality relationships should be there. Otherwise, the fault finding, this is a big endeavor that people are engaged in. Always they're talking about somebody else, something else. There's nothing else to do in life, and this is very damaging. So that doesn't work. So this is the first point. If we want to evolve further, we want to conserve ojas and tejas. Tejas is the brightness due to ojas. Stop finding faults of others. Number 1. Number 2, see one's own deficiency. That's very difficult. We want to see everybody else's deficiency, not our own. Right? So even Sachin is speaking, I have to see myself completely. And if I don't do that, मेरी वृत्ति ऐसी नहीं है, अंतर्दृष्टि, इसको कहते हैं अंतर्दृष्टि, अंतर सन्मुख वृत्ति. if I'm looking within, where is my deficiency? Then I can find that doorway out of that deficiency through bhakti. The 9 forms of devotion performed with the intention of realizing God, and also with the realization to eliminate the deficiencies from inside. That jnana comes, that wisdom comes. There is no greater journey than to detect one's deficiencies and to eliminate them. There's not ego behind that. That is the evolution from inside. This internal evolution will take us into that state of Shuddha Bhav. Shuddha Bhav means purified bhavana. Bhavana is the highest quality of emotion. The Shuddha Bhav, Divya Bhav. Shuddha Bhav, Divya, that Divya Bhav is even further. Divya Buddhi, Divya Bhav, Divya Vichar. That is our real aim. But it is a purification. And when we are attentive this way, then the bhakti towards Paramatma gets established. It's not an easy thing. It's not, because our mind is nothing but a chaos. It is going in 1,000 directions, from jumping from one thing to another. This deep part, thought, emotion, memory, desire, ichha. Ichhas are pulling the mind continuously. It's, the mind is the fastest thing there is. There's nothing faster than mind. And it jumps rapidly from one thing to another, one thing to another. To bring the mind into a silent and integrated state, bahut badi baat hai. That's why every Veda mantra ends with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Every Veda mantra ends with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. What is that Shanti? That Shanti is absolute harmony of these 5: thought, emotion, memory, desire, energy. Antakaran ki Shanti, Mansik Shanti. People say, I need peace of mind. I want peace of mind. Everybody wants peace of mind. Peace of mind is not a dull mind. It is not a destroyed mind. It is not an inactive mind. Peace of mind means that there is so much energetic stability that the foundation is set for unbroken connection in Brahma Vidya, in Bhakti, in Jnana and Bhakti. That foundation is set. And from that foundation, then those bigger things that we have been talking about, Bhagwan ka dham kya hai, Golok dham mein kya hai, Mukta kya hai, these are all very advanced, supra advanced ideas. They're not just ideas. वो स्थिति है. At night time, if you are so evolved, all the way evolved up, vertical ascent, Urdhva Mulam, into that highest reality, the nighttime changes. Nighttime is a time to see God. If you want to see God, you can. We can, absolutely. People say, where is God? Clean up one's life. Make the mind absolutely harmonious. Get all these points inside. Get it all straightened out. Sab kachra nikal do from the life. Get rid of all of that trash. Akhand bhakti mein, with seva. Loving all. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dueshu sina priya. Bhagwan Krishna says, I am present everywhere, in everyone, everything. Keeping that bhav, keeping that realization, and set the destination. Then at night time, all of the vortex of the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, ye sab nikal jata hai. What comes at night time? Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti. Swapna Avastha is no longer Swapna Avastha as such. वचनामृत में महाराज कहते हैं कि ये लीन हो जाता है, स्वप्न अवस्था लीन થઈ જાય. It's a very evolved state. And in that state, the Atman is revealed. The Brahma Tattva is revealed. Bhagwan ke dham aap dekh sakte ho. So many amazing things can happen. And they do happen. Bhagwan Swayam he comes, the way you are worshipping Paramatma, he comes to you. God comes to you actually. Bhagwan ke alokik darshan hote hai sab. The night time is no longer this madness that the humanity is stuck in. It's a prison. It's a REM hallucination, rapid eye movement. The Swapna Avastha. We have no control over any of it. Because because of the damage to Ojas, damage to our internal Shakti, mind is trapped inside all of the content inside the, this aham, mamatva, rag, dvesh, klesh, this worry, tension, fear, it is so damaged because of how there's any access point will open into higher consciousness. How can it open? How is that even possible? And whatever life we have then is stuck inside Rajas, Tamas, inside the entanglements of the forest of Maya. And a person lives like that, dies like that, reborn again and again and again. But there's no end to that. But it is possible to evolve out by adopting this triangle. Ojas, Tejas, Bhakti. And inside that, Shakti. That is the root. That's it. There's nothing else. This is the whole Adhyatma. And from that, direct vertical ascents into Shri Purushottama Bhagavan. Na tad bhasete suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yat gatva na nivartante tat dham paramam mama. Bhagwan ka dham wo open ho jata hai. That opens up. Tat dham paramam mama. That is called Golok Dham, that is called Vaikuntha Dham, that is called Akshar Dham, that is called Shvetadvip Dham, Kailas Dham. Different names are there, different abodes. Well, that's even a more advanced subject. It's not just a subject, wo ek sthiti hai. But it is absolutely possible to stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. Set this destination. And get this system aligned. Get it aligned properly so the rocket ship can take off this way. This is possible one day at a time, one step at a time. It's not an instantaneous process. But if we want to make the movement upward, urdhva mudam, and to not be stuck inside the adhashakam, this downward material existence, the lower energy, not be stuck in that anymore. Bahut ho gaya. Isme kya naya kya hai? So once we awaken tasyam jagrati sanyami, then there is a movement, systematic movement upward. Aur isme se kya prapta hota hai? The first thing happens is param shanti. After that, or with that, anandam. Satchit ananda, brahmananda, premananda, divya anand ki anubhuti hoti hai. And akhand santa samagam. Santa samagam कीजिए निशदिन संत समागम कीजिए प्रेम सुधारस. कितने बड़े संत परंपरा is so extensive in Sanatan Dharma. That is the greatest blessing that the Vedic tradition, Vedanta tradition, the Bharatiya tradition which we say, has given to the world. Is the highest level of spirituality, Santa Parampara. And there cannot be anything greater than that. There is nothing greater than that. And once we recognize it, then the evolution opens up into the highest of realizations. Let's stop here for now, and then we will continue tomorrow. If there's any questions or comments, I'll open it up if you want to ask anything after we do the closing mantra right now. Om Karachanakritam va Kayajam Karmajam va Shravananajam va Manasam va Paradam Vihitam Vihitam va Sarvameta Shamasva Jai Jai Karunabde Shri Mahadeva Shambho Om Divilingaya Nama Urdhvalingaya Nama Anandalingaya Nama Dvatish Jyotirlingaya Namo Namaha Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarkamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshemamritat Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Swaha Durge Durge Rakshini Thatha Swaha Om Rim Swaha Shri Radha Krishna Arpanamastu.